Good morning, students. In last class, we discussed Newton's first law. In Newton's laws of motion, there are three laws. We already know it. We discussed about Newton's first law, and we all know that Newton's first law is called as law of inertia. And we discussed three types of inertia: inertia of rest, inertia of motion, and inertia of direction. In today's class, we are going to discuss Newton's second law. Before discussing Newton's second law, we are going to discuss about momentum. So before studying Newton's second law, we are going to discuss about momentum. So we listen this word mostly during the motion of the bodies. What is momentum actually? For example, if we took a cricket ball and tennis ball, and if we raise it from a certain height, more force is required to stop the cricket ball. Why? Because its mass is more. Even a cricket ball and tennis ball released with equal velocity projected, more force is required to stop the cricket ball because the mass is more. For example, if two cricket balls with same mass are projected with different velocities, more force is required to stop the ball with coming with higher velocity, so that force is proportional to mass and also proportional to velocity. So whenever a moving body has greater mass and greater velocity, so more force is required. So more force is required to stop a ball with a higher mass, and also more force is required to stop a ball coming with more velocity. So the quantity of motion can be affected both with mass and velocity. So the momentum is a word which is related to motion of the body. It measures the motion of the body. So the product of both mass and velocity is considered as a momentum. Remember one thing, momentum is a measure of motion, and a body which have mass and velocity, if we measure the motion, then we are going to call it as a momentum. The momentum formula we are going to use, P is equals to m into v. M stands for mass, v stands for velocity. So simply our term we can call it as momentum is a product of both mass and velocity. And we have unit, and we have already discussed about scalar and vector. We already know what is scalar, which has only the physical quantity which has only magnitude but no direction. Then what is vector? The physical quantity which has both magnitude as well as direction. Now we got it out. Is this motion is a scalar or vector? Momentum is a vector quantity which always acts along the direction of the velocity. So momentum is a which quantity? It is a vector quantity, and it is as a unit. So mass is measured in kg and velocity is measured in meter per second. Now tell me, what is the SI unit of momentum? The SI unit of momentum is kg into meter per second. Whereas in CGS, mass is measured in grams and velocity is measured in centimeter per second. So these are the two units of momentum. The SI unit of momentum is kg meter per second, whereas in CGS, grams into meter per second. Then what is the use of this momentum? And if a body with greater mass and with more velocity achieves more momentum. For example, a light car and heavy truck, and they both have mass. If you compare a car and lorry has more mass compared with the car, and velocity, suppose a lorry has more velocity than the car, then in these two which will have more momentum? Lorry, definitely we know it. So if a body which has more mass and more velocity is going to have the greater momentum. And for example, we are going to see the cricket. In a cricket ball, even though it has somewhat weightless, it is going to come with more speed, then it has more momentum. So even for a bouncer, a batsman can able to get injured. Why? Because a body with some mass with greater velocity is going to cause more damage. And also you are going to see various accidents. They are caused because of what? Because of the mass and velocity. Then a body with greater mass and greater velocity is going to possess more momentum, then it is going to cause more damage. And also you are going to see the karate players mostly. They are going to break the bricks or the tiles with a blow. Before they are going to be break, they are going to take the hand to certain height, and whenever they are going to apply large momentum, and the large momentum going to act in a very short interval of time. Understand? We are going to also call it as an impulse. Also, we can going to use impulse is the force which is going to act in a very less interval of time. Such type of force we are going to call it as a impulse. So they are going to apply a large momentum, very short. They are going to take a certain height because the momentum should be increased. The momentum is going to be increased, and they are going to use that momentum to break the tiles and bricks. So this is about momentum. Now for simple terms, what is momentum simply? Momentum is the measure of motion of the body. The motion of the body is measured by its momentum. The momentum can be calculated by the product of mass and velocity. So what is the SI of momentum? kg meter per second, and whereas it is gram centimeter per second. These are the two units in SI and CGs. And regarding this momentum, we are going to study about the Newton's second law. Newton's first law is going to give the definition of force, whereas this Newton's second law is going to give the law of momentum and also how we can measure the force. So today we are going to discuss Newton's second law. So regarding momentum, the second law is going to be related. Law of momentum will be, and Newton's second law we have a definition: rate of change of momentum of a body is directly proportional to the force. So the rate of change of momentum of body is directly proportional to the force acting. We can call it as. So we are going to derive the formula and for Newton's second law and how we can measure. For example, consider a body of mass m, and it has a velocity, initial velocity. You already know what is the letter we represent initial velocity with u. So remember one thing: any body at rest, the momentum is zero. Why? Because the initial velocity is definitely is going to be zero. We already know how we can calculate the momentum, product of mass and velocity. Mass is there. Any body at rest, initial velocity is zero. So the initial momentum of the body is zero. Even for a gun also, before we are going to fire, the gun is at rest, bullet is also at rest. So the initial momentum of the gun also is said to be zero. Any body is at rest, the initial momentum is be zero. Now consider a body of mass m and initial velocity is u. Now apply some force on a body. Whenever you apply force on a body, definitely the body is going to come into motion. Mass does not change, but whereas velocity, the velocity is going to be changed. And to change from initial velocity to final velocity, it took some time t. So that it has some initial momentum. What is the initial momentum? The initial momentum will be taken as P1. I am taking P1 and taking as mu. The initial momentum is equal to P1 and mu is the initial momentum. And the final momentum. The final momentum P2 is equals to what? mv. So this is the initial momentum and this is the final momentum. Initial momentum is mu, final momentum is mv. To change from initial momentum to final momentum, and we have taken some time. And also, what is the Newton's second law? Rate of change of momentum of body is directly proportional to the force. So F is proportional to change in momentum. You can represent change in momentum by time taken. You can also represent it as change in momentum delta P and delta T. So F proportional to delta P by delta t. We already know what is change in momentum. Change in momentum is simply P2 minus P1. The momentum is changed from initial to final. So change in momentum is P2 minus P1 by T. So what is change in momentum? What is P2? F proportional to what is P2? P2 is mv. What is P1? mv by time taken is T. So in this which is common? Mass is going to be common. Mass does not change. So F proportional to m v minus u by t. So you already know what is symbol of v minus u by t. So we already know a is equals to v minus u by t. So can I replace v minus u by t by using a? So F proportional to ma. So force is directly proportional to m into a. So to remove this proportionality constant, we are going to use proportionality. We are going to use a constant. So I am using a constant in the place of proportionality k into ma. For example, the force applied on the body is 1 Newton, and you know already what is the SI unit of force? The SI unit of force is 1 Newton, and for example, F is equals to 1 Newton and m is equals to 1 kg, and acceleration is 1 meter per second square. Then k is equals to 1. If I just apply in the place of k, F is equals to 1 into ma. Finally, F is equals to ma. So what is the formula to calculate the force? The formula to calculate the force is F is equals to m into a. And also remember one thing, this is the formula which is used to calculate the force. And remember, Fa is equals to F by m. And A is directly proportional to force. Whenever a force is increased, definitely the acceleration is going to be also increased. And the acceleration is directly proportional to the force, and the acceleration is inversely proportional to mass. For example, as you increase the mass, the acceleration is decreases. For example, if you compare two cars which have body of mass of 5000 kg and 12,000 kg, in these two, in which the acceleration is more. If the mass is less, acceleration will be more. As mass is more, acceleration will be less. So a body which has less mass will have greater acceleration. So acceleration is directly proportional to force, and also acceleration is inversely proportional to mass. Then what will happen if the mass is half? Whenever the mass is 2 times, then the acceleration becomes half. Remember one thing, if the acceleration, if the mass is taken as twice, then the acceleration becomes half. If we take mass as half, then the acceleration becomes double. So acceleration is going to be half when the mass is double, and when the mass is half, acceleration is going to be double. So there are two: acceleration is directly proportional to force and inversely proportional to mass. What is the difference between directly and inversely? Directly, as you increase the force, acceleration also increases. But whereas inversely, as you increase the mass, acceleration decreases. As you decrease the mass, acceleration is going to be increases. So this is the formula which we use to calculate the force by using this. And what is the statement of Newton's second law? Change of momentum is directly proportional to the force. So by using this, copy this derivation in your classwork, and we discuss some effects. What are the daily way we observe in our daily situation? This Newton's second law. Newton's second law. So applications of Newton's second law. What is this? We are going to observe in our daily life is Newton's second law. What is the first thing? For example, when we are catching the cricket ball, why we should lower hands? So most of the cricket players, when before they are going to catch the ball, they are going to lower their hands. Why they lower their hands? Because a ball, when it is coming with greater velocity, so there is large amount of momentum is going to act. So to decrease the momentum, they are going to increase the time interval. Whenever the time interval is going to be increases, then the momentum which is going to act upward on the hand will be very less. So when we increase the time interval, the momentum will be offered very less. And also an athletes, when they are the high jumpers, they are going to use sand and some mat-like substances before they are going to jump. Why? Because they increase the time of contact. So whenever the time of contact is increases, the momentum or the force which will be acted on them is very less. And even in our cars, we are going to use airtight containers. Sorry, airbags we can use. Why we use these airbags? Nowadays in most modern cars, we are going to use these airbags. What is the specialty of these airbags? The airbags are those, whenever a vehicle is going to be struck with another vehicle, then suddenly these airbags are going to be open. What these airbags will do is, these airbags will increase this time of contact. Time interval is going to be increased. Whenever the time interval will be increased, they are going to be injured very less. In olden days, we don't have these airbags. At that time, what happened, whenever a car is going to be struck, they will get accident. The head is going to be collide with the steering. At the time, they are going to get injured for the head. Nowadays, in modern cars, we are going to use these airbags. These airbags will prevent the passenger or the person to not get injured much. And what is the specialty of the airbags? Airbags is used to increase the time interval. And whenever the time interval will increase, the force acted on the momentum will be very less. Even for the shock absorbers, for vehicles we are going to use shock absorbers. They are also used to increase the time interval. At that time, the momentum acted on the driver or the person who is going to drive will be very less. So still we have so many applications in our textbook. Go through the textbook and copy the derivation and try to go with the applications which were given in the textbook and complete the assignment what we give. Today, meet in the next class. We will discuss about Newton's third law. Thank you.